My videos are for entertainment only. All source materials in my videos are from the public domain and comply with the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing guidelines. If you haven't already, please take a moment to click the subscribe button below and also the bell button to receive an email alert when I post my next video. Hi everyone. Thanks. Just wondering if this case will be thrown out of court before it even starts, because there is so much evidence that Thomas Markle Sr. was a really good father to Meghan, and he owns his own letter, surely, I don't really know the law about that. Maybe some of you can put me straight on that, and the fact that she actually revealed the letter to her friends first, I don't think there is a case. Do you? If she is going to try and say that her father was a bad father, I really think she has not got a leg to stand on with that. There are some old articles from back in 2018 in May, just before the wedding, where people were speaking about him and Meghan's old drama teacher, I think it was. Yeah, Meghan's former drama teacher defends Thomas Markle, so he needed defending then. I mean, I just do not understand what this woman is doing. Meghan's drama teacher defends Thomas Markle. She said that he attended all of her plays and he was very shy and very humble but very attentive to Meghan. And he obviously brought her up as well. All these people say that he was the one bringing her up, taking her to places, picking her up, dropping her off, spending money on her, paying for everything, paying for her tuition. It says that Meghan's father, this is another article, this is more recent, this is September the 11th, 2019, and this one is saying about how her father went on a date with her teacher. And if this woman is still saying good things about him, then she has no reason to lie about Thomas and say that he's something that he's not. Meghan Markle's father went on a date with her high school drama teacher, former child actress Gigi Perreault. I don't know if I've said that right. She said that Thomas used to help with the productions and he was often called in to be the technical director of Meghan's high school shows. So not one student has spoken out against her father. Everybody seems to say that he was a nice person. It says here, the majority of students at Immaculate Heart did not know who he was. Okay, so they didn't know who he was. Referring to him as that guy in the overalls, but the drama group called him Mr. Markle. Meghan's drama teacher said that Thomas liked to be thought of as gruff, but that he was always very generous. So that does seem to be the thing he's known for, is being generous. She claimed that he used to buy the girls McDonald's if a rehearsal went on until late. She said that he was shy and modest, never asking to be credited for the work that he did on the shows. And she also admits that she had a crush on the burly Thomas and asked him out. So she asked him out. It's interesting. While they had a good time, nothing ever came of it, partly because Thomas's focus was all on Meghan. He sounds like he was a very devoted father, and still is if he was given a chance. And it says Thomas and Meghan's mother had separated when Meghan was only a toddler and divorced 5 years later. It says she lived with her mother and stayed with Thomas at the weekends, but in her teenage years she lived full-time with her father. So her father had her most of the time, and let's face it, if she's not at school and she's with him at the weekends, he's got a lot more work on his hands with her than a mother who can drop her off at school. So it seems that he was a good father and he was generous and shy and humble. So let's see what he gets accused of in court by his daughter. And also this same teacher was spotted at the wedding. She was in the crowds lining the streets of Windsor, and Meghan spotted her. She was pretty amazing with all those crowds, and that seemed genuine, that surprise. So it seems that this woman also thought a lot of Meghan, as well as her father. Thomas said that he was pressured into releasing a letter that Meghan wrote to him after its contents were mischaracterised. So he hadn't intended to share the note, he says, and it's now at the centre of a legal battle between Meghan and the Mail on Sunday, which is strange to me because she's going to be dragging her father through the court. He made it public after an article about the hurtful handwritten letter was published in People magazine. He only wanted to defend himself after the letter was mentioned publicly, and he decided to release parts of the letter because he wanted to defend himself, which you cannot really blame him. He says that he only released parts of the letter because the other parts were so painful. The letter didn't seem loving to me, I found it hurtful. He said that there was no loving message in there, nothing asking about his health or saying let's get together and heal our differences. That says a lot, doesn't it? So her legal action is against the Mail on Sunday, but surely once that letter has left her hands, surely it belongs to her father. Her legal proceedings against the newspaper are her claiming that it breached copyright, infringed her privacy, and breached the Data Protection Act by publishing the note. We'll see what happens. How can she do that and then actually release it to her friends, and then her friends make parts of it public? Very interesting. I don't know what will happen there. Do you? I just have this feeling that it could get thrown out before it even starts. Very sad if she's going to have to face him after 5 years and it'll be in a courtroom. Many are saying that he would not have to attend court, that it would be possible to do this via satellite. I'm wondering if it will actually get that far. And the pressure on him with the condition of his heart is not going to be good. He shouldn't actually be under that level of pressure. Even communicating by satellite would be very stressful for him, I would imagine. And it goes on to say that she is facing claims that she invaded her own privacy after her US friends provided details of the letter's contents to an American celeb magazine. Pals of the Royal spoke to a journalist from People after Meghan had reportedly sanctioned the move. Interesting. Will her friends speak out and tell the truth? I think they have to. She could now be forced to swear on oath whether she did. So I think she's in that deep. She cannot lie under oath without it becoming perjury, and she can't make her friends lie on her behalf. It would be in her interests to totally drop the case before it goes any further, but then she's turned the press against her. So she thought they were against her before. They'll bring out everything now. So very strange that they have a so-called successful Africa tour, even though I was told that Meghan was racing ahead and doing the opposite of all the itinerary that was set up for them, totally going off in her own way and messing up everything. So it sounds as if it was a nightmare for the people that were organising all of that. And despite all that, it was said that the Africa tour, the South Africa tour, was a complete success. So what's all this self-sabotage where they immediately, before they even get back home, they immediately start these court cases, start suing the papers? It doesn't make sense. So your opinions on this would be interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.